Michel Benhamou from Louis Capital Markets with me. First of all, Marine Le Pen, I mean, that 18.1%, it was a surprise for everybody, the National Front having such a big amount of the vote here in the first round. Should there be any market impact from that?
I mean, first, yes, that was a surprise compared to all the survey we had. I mean, Marine Le Pen was far away from this score at the end, but I don't think there's going to be any impact in the market. The only thing is that a lot of people now are starting to speculate the fact that Sarkozy may benefit in a way, you know, from potentially those votes.
Well, it's going to have to go vote hunting in a way, isn't he?
I mean, for sure, but I think he was already, you know, in that field since the beginning of the campaign. So now what people are speculating, if you add up Marine Le Pen votes with Sarkozy's score, at the end, he still have a chance of winning.
What about the fact that still it looks as if the front runner here is Francois Hollande from the Socialist, and he's got a pretty, he's got a campaign which has been focusing on increasing spending. There's not a lot of cutting going on there, given the fact that you've got a 90% growth in 90% debt ratio here. Do you think that some people should be worried about what would happen if he should win the final election in terms of markets?
In terms of markets, I mean, again, for the past few months, the survey have been quite clear that Hollande may win the election. Mm-hmm. So is it already priced in the market? The answer is maybe, maybe not. At the end of the day, if Hollande gets elected from subsector, it's going to be, it can be quite dangerous. I mean, especially the banking sector. He has a strong point about removing some nuclear plant in France. So people may be worried about EDF energy. On the other hand, I mean, Hollande, like Sarkozy, has a very strong policy regarding boosting employment. Mm-hmm. So people may, some staffing company, temporary agency may benefit from this move.
But in a way, do you think that that Hollande is in fact addressing the real issue in France? I mean, we have got. I mean, you mentioned growth policies, but the fact that we've also got a massive a debt, which they don't even seem to be addressing. His idea is to increase spending. No spending cuts on the agenda.
Well, the reality is that, of course, he's talking about it. Now, the question is, does Francois Hollande is credible enough to satisfy the market based on his past experience? And Sarkozy, I mean, market don't like surprise. What they like is regularity. So Sarkozy, they've been dealing with him for the past 5 years. Hollande would be a surprise, I mean, in a way, you know, in his new policy. But yes, of course, he's addressing the issue, talking about it. I mean, that's something that's going to be debated now.
Just very briefly, do you think it's possible that after the parliamentary elections that we expect to see in June that you would see maybe some changes to Hollande's policies?
That's a possibility. If Hollande gets elected, and depending whether or not he gets elected, if he's not getting elected, if Sarkozy is elected, I mean, for sure, Hollande's going to be, you know, part of the government.
Michel Benhamou, thank you very much indeed for coming to speak to us.